Hey guys, thanks for joining me. And if you like what you see, please subscribe.
Hello, peoples. Welcome to Sharp Ends. Thanks so much for joining me today. I've got a review of the Rosalinda, the one, the only. This thing is sells out in moments whenever it's posted, and for good reason, because this thing is definitely a banger. It is an amazing, amazing pocket knife for a lot of different reasons. This is designed by Ray Laconico. And first off, I'm going to go through the things that I really think that make this knife special. I don't know how well you can see, but there's a very light texture on this knife scale. And I think it's been blasted with Zerk beads or tie beads, something like that. And it gives this knife almost a little bit of a lemon peel feeling to it, which is just incredible. The next thing I really like about this is that he designed it in a way that is not necessarily for everyone. He designed it for himself. And it only has one thumb stud, so you're not going to be finger flicking this, right? But the action on this, like I don't even need to use my thumbnail to get like a lot of force here. The geometry between the thumb stud and the pivot is perfect so that you just have to use the barest amount of force to get it to flick open. Blade shape on this is also really incredible. I really like the top swedge here, and this is made out of ZDP 189, which is a steel I absolutely love, and I feel like Ray's the only one who's really using it extensively in these kinds of knives. It's a sheath, so you see that little line right there. The inside core is out of ZDP 189, which gets up to a hardness that I believe he treats it up to 67, so it stays sharp forever. Probably will make it very hard to sharpen, but I wouldn't know because I haven't had to sharpen it because this thing stays sharp forever. The sheath material, I'm not exactly sure what is on the outside, but it's a stainless steel. Um, the drop shuttiness, I should say. So there's the action of opening it, and then when you disengage the liner lock, the thing just falls shut. This runs on bearings, and you can tell. I mean, this thing just drops really fast shut. So fast, in fact, that it's almost a drawback to some people. I think some people could do this and accidentally flick it down onto their thumb if they're not prepared and get a little cut on top of their thumb. He's got just a little bit of a stubby up here, and Ray does that sometimes, which means that you could, if you're really good at this, front flick it. I'm not really good at that, but I'm going to try it right now. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah. Oof, I can't quite do it. But now there we go. So you can do it. It's not jimped up there at all. It's not meant for that, but it's one of those little secret things that if you're really dexterous, you can do it. Um, the liner lock itself is very good. I did a disassembly video of this. It's milled out on the inside. The fit and finish is really, really good. And there was absolutely no problem getting it centered. I basically just had to tighten the screws back up and it came back out perfectly centered because the fit and finish is just so extremely good. The machining overall on this is really good. The way that they have a little bit of access to the thumb is great. The way that all the edges are slightly rounded. You've got these contours here of the knife where it's a little bit thicker at the base and it gets a little bit thin here. Just all the way around really good. The ergodynamics, this is a big knife, fits really well in the hand. You've got a blade length of 3.5 and a total length of 8.25. So it's a full-size knife, which I really appreciate. I like having a full-size knife. And it's just overall amazing. As far as cutting goes, this thing is very slicey, thin behind the edge. The wedge almost makes it feel like it's going to be a little bit thicker, but it's not. It will go through anything, and it's razor sharp still after weeks and weeks of using it. It still cuts my hair. Um, Overall, I'm just really impressed with this knife. The one thing that I don't necessarily like about it is usually I'm really big fan of Ray's pocket clips, but on this one, uh, it's just so thin right there that this actually bent on me out once. And that's the first time that one of his pocket clips has done that. And I've had a lot of these. So maybe it was just because I caught it and I bent it back into shape. But I feel like you could make this pocket clip just a titch bit thicker and it would be a little bit more resistant to uh to bending. And you can see it's just super thin right here. And also, since they've milled out this inside part right here, which looks really good, it makes it just a little bit more weaker. So either fill in this gap or make it just a little bit thicker when you mill out this inside part. That would be my suggestion. Really like the branding on this. Just very simple, MBK right there. You don't even see anywhere where it says 189, but it is 189. Actually, it does say it. It's very low key. He does that sometimes. He hides what the knife steel is somewhere, but there it is. It's not branded all over the big, big over the top. Um, but yeah, so the price on this too is fairly reasonable when you can get one. It's, this is a knife that feels and acts like a $450 knife, but you can get it for like, I think I paid 250 or 230 for it. So very reasonable price for this amount of care and machining and fit and finish and all of that good stuff. All around, I'm really impressed with it. Really like how he's done these the pivot too. The pivot has a different kind of finish on it, makes it nice and shiny, big pan head, locking pivot on this side, just that little bit of bling right there. Very subtle, but very nice at the same time. So yeah, overall, I think this is an incredible knife and it deserves the reputation it has. And if you should follow Ray Laconico on Instagram and get his emails, or go to his website, which is a link down below, and click for notifications for the next time this comes out and try to snag one. It will sell out immediately, and rightly so. I think that's all I got to say about this. This knife is incredible. Yeah. Like and subscribe. If you want to be entered to win a knife every month, all you got to do is click the Patreon link down below and you'll be entered to win. Thanks so much, guys, and I'll see you next time on Sharp Ends. Bye-bye now.